this is the ideal Q4 email strategy, right? So most retailers particularly see around 30 to 40% of their revenue come during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is a crazy stat. So October through November 15th is much more so about priming your email and SMS list with what's about to go down. List growth starts with a high converting pop-up. So what does a high converting pop-up look like? It's image on the left and the offer headline on the right. Oftentimes that's exclusive early access, or it's a % off, or if you're a higher ticket item, it's a dollar figure off. And whatever you do, don't make people double opt in to join your email list because they never will. And so, you want to maintain the like smaller discount that you're giving for email access. You still want to maintain that because that'll out convert on the pop-up versus saying, hey, get early access to our Black Friday deal. So once that's set up, it's super important to get your key campaign dates up and running. So what is the first one? It's tease the offer. You want to tease what the Black Friday offer is going to be so people are anchored and they're going to be on the lookout for, okay, I'm ready on this date to take advantage of it. Second, this is one that I believe in, is you want to give early access to a segment of your top customers. So how do you filter your top customers and create that segment? It's repeat buyers, people with high open rates of your emails, these folks that are very likely to act on the Black Friday discount and take advantage of it. Number 3, launch the offer, obviously. Like you just want to, get that out there. It's going to drop. That's going to be your highest email campaign revenue-wise of the year. And then right after that, you want to follow up with a drip sequence around the amount of days left in the offer. This is going away quickly. You're going to miss it, last chance. And then the 5th, and perhaps in my opinion, the most important, is the last day to get it under the tree. So this is an email that typically comes around like the December 12th to December 15th range. And it's last day to guarantee get the product as a Christmas present under the tree, or, if you're ordering for yourself, whatever.
Because of shipping, right? That's right.
Exactly. So there's a shipping, threshold where it's like, got to get processed, got to go through, the bare minimum USPS, whatever it is. And that email is a great way to capture that last 10% of folks who haven't already made a purchase with you.
100%. I agree. Right before you got here, we were creating the same thing, Q4 campaign roadmap for a client, and we were mapping out all the content, starting at the beginning of November, how we're going to start teasing the offer for Black Friday. We're specifically focused on the Black Friday campaign, Cyber Monday campaign.
Yeah.
And something we were thinking about too was, something that I think people get wrong, or they don't think about too much. They don't put a lot of thought into it, is the offer. During that time, and so what we were thinking about was like, what are some different offers that we can start testing, or even things that we can go to the brand with and be like, hey, let's try some of these different offers. Usually you do 50% off or 30% off. Like, what if we start on Black Friday at 50% off, and then Saturday it's 40, then 30, and we work our way down, and we're creating urgency the entire time.
For sure.
Right. Or the same thing, if you're building up that wait list before Black Friday, do they get early access and an exclusive offer by being on that wait list? Things like that are things that I don't think brands think about enough. And if they take the sequences that you just mapped out and then they like spend a lot of time on that offer, it's only going to impact it in a better way.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, how do you not have a lull in October? Because it's a really stressful period. Like, I've been on the brand side of this, and it feels like you're going to go bankrupt in October. Sales slow. It's a really slow buying period because everyone's saving up. Their wallet share is going to go towards November Christmas presents. And so, like, how do you maximize the value out of that time? It's just shifting your KPIs. It's just shifting the actual objective of what you're doing. And so the goal should be build the email list, build the funnel, the SMS, so that once you're ready to launch that offer, you have a really easy to activate audience. So the second thing we're doing, and all this stems from a brand that came to me and was like, hey, we have this massive revenue target, and like, we need to hit it in Q4, and it's for the life of our company. So like, what do we do? So kind of went through the thought exercise. Like, this is all stuff that we're actioning on for a brand in the wild. So hopefully this stuff is valuable for people. But the other component that we're doing is landing pages. So obviously you want to build up funnels and make sure that you test what's a high converting messaging. And so here's 3 landing page formats to experiment with in Q4. So number 1 is a listicle. The gold standard example of this is hostage tape.
All the way.
the biggest thing with hostage tape that's crazy is, they run this landing page against a Google search of is mouth taping safe. And so if you Google is mouth taping safe, you'll find yourself on a landing page from hostage tape saying, this is 4 reasons why this breathing hack could change your sleep forever. Yeah. What it does is it delivers clear messaging around the expectations of the product. Like you're 3 reasons in without even realizing that this is an ad, basically. Yeah. And so, if as you're writing listicles, like think about, what is the easiest way to engineer the problem in the solution that you're coming for? Like what's the easiest way to get that across before even selling the product at all? Because this is straight like sales letter copywriting stuff. Like you're trying to get someone ready to buy by the end of reading something, 100%. Not like the standard e-commerce stuff, which is land them on and above the fold and get them to take action on that product page.
I think hostage tape is one of the best brands at it, where like you're reading it and all you're doing is getting like information overload of or everything regarding mouth breathing while I sleep and how I'm not getting enough oxygen, therefore I'm not going to wake up with enough energy. And if I'm snoring, it's because of XYZ. And then, at the end of it, you're like, damn, like I need a solution. That's literally like the what it's creating is like this idea of I need something that's going to fix this. And then they introduce a solution.
And it's a lot of problem aware agitation. Yes. Where if you snore, you likely know that you snore, but you don't know the actual downstream effects of snoring / you don't know what is causing the snoring. So there's 2 prongs there. It's like snoring is caused by XYZ. Yeah. You're a mouth breather, which is a great insult, by the way. If anyone ever wants to steal that, just go call someone a mouth breather. Yeah. Because they won't know what to say.
and I think they also do a very good job of like positioning the reasons into something that's very relatable. Yeah. Right. Again, the snoring or saying that you're not waking up with enough energy.
Right. They attach it to a story.
Yeah. Yeah. They're attaching it to something that's like a lot of people can say, hey, I deal with that. Yeah. And that makes it so much better.
100%. So listicles is one. And then the second one is publication or publisher affiliate pages. So like this is where, think about it as, Stanley had the mom blog is what really kicked off their viral trend. And if you're especially a high ticket item or your AOV hovers around like $200 to $250, think about this as a buyer's guide. Like the top gifts for this Christmas is the headline, and it's going to cycle through kind of different reasons why your product is a great gift for the target audience. Yeah. So this one, I think it's really important to tie specifically to an audience. So if you're advertising to dads, like our product is in the sports tech space. So, there's different buying reasons for both moms and dads. And I think it's important to send them each to a targeted landing page that will address those concerns rather than just saying, hey, parents. Yeah. Like those are different kind of motivations and incentives.
There's a company that does this. There's actually 2 that come to mind that do this very well. The first one's 8 Sleep. 8 Sleep will run this through so many publications. Yeah. And it's one of their kind of like influencer, quote unquote, like flywheels that they have.
100%.
The other one that does a really good job of it is a Farmer's Dog.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Farmer's Dog will run it through a lot of Facebook pages, or like Facebook blog, or not Facebook blogs, but blogs around, just around dog moms and dog dads and all that. That then they'll even do like a really good job of like comparing them to the other
100%
dog foods on the market.
And I can already hear the question in my DMs, which is, okay, I don't have access to a whitelisting publisher. What do I do next? Yeah. And it's, you create a page on Facebook. You have to create a page and an Instagram profile, and those got to be connected. You can't create a profile on Facebook. That's actually like super important. And you just need to link it to your account. Yeah. Like, and to be honest with you, like I would recommend buying the followers for that. They're so cheap, and just buy like 10,000 followers, fill it up with a bunch of different creative, maybe like 25, 30 pieces of creative, because you want someone to click on that and at first glance not be like, what the hell am I looking at? You just need to pass like the vibe check of like a super quick glance. You don't want to have something that they're going to fall down the rabbit hole of, because they won't really care that much. But
is this ethical? No. Is it effective? Yes. But business is business, baby.
Yeah, and like what's ethical versus what's not. I mean, at the end of the day, like
I kind of buy a spot on GQ, right?
Like I was going through the funnel of buying a fucking sauna for a while, and you want to talk about like,
where are you going to put that?
In my office, bro. In the corner.
In your room?
Yeah. But listen to this. I would have to reroute the electrical wattage in my apartment.
That's
so,
crazy.
It was kind of it's a wild take, but I don't know, man. I can't be trotting over to Lifetime to sauna
and then
with
once
a bunch
you
of
have
other
to,
dudes.
once you move, dude, into a house, once you move anywhere to another floor.
All right. So publication is one of these examples. And then the final one is exclusive bundles lander. Yeah. So this one is where you're going to deliver that seasonal aesthetic. You can throw a wreath in there. You can throw a turkey, whatever you want it to be. But like make it feel as though that is a time-specific landing page. And here you're going to deliver the best offer you can. So for our example, like we're giving multiple products. And the idea is like you're selling based on the total value. So the slash through pricing is like, hey, this is like $800 value for $499, come hit it for a limited time only. And here's the Christmas vibes. Like it's really easy to kind of convey that stuff. And include specific language on the deal time frame and the expiration. And I want to be super, super clear about this. Actually hold to your deadline for the sale, because every brand that is going to say December 5th is the end of our sale. And then on December 7th, you're going to get that this shit got extended email.
And then December 8th is the friends and family.
And there's never been an easier way to look like a broke motherfucker in your life.
We talked about this last year.
Yeah, like do
this
not.
Was a big thing we talked about last year.
And think about it rationally, right? Because most people just get that email, brush it off. So like there's actually no upside. If someone really wants your product and is determined to be a buyer, they're going to contact you. They're going to say, hey, I wasn't able to purchase during that time frame because of extraneous circumstances. They're not going to convert on your extension email. It's like that you're last in the lineup on the rotation.
And just like if you are going to extend it, just be honest about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, this crushed.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep going.
Or just be like, honestly, like it's a lose-lose to extend the sale. So like set that and like don't bend on it at all.
When I was at the Hustle, Sam, I'm sure you've seen this, the infamous
the early
Hustle email. I feel like there's a workaround there where like you could send an email when the sale's over. It's like, hey team, what do you guys think about extending the sale one more day? Like
exactly. And if you're gonna extend it,
on that?
Be creative about it. Yeah.
If you guys are down, here's the link for that extra 40% off.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. See if the discount applies. So yeah, that's kind of the landing page strategy is listicles, publications, and exclusive bundle. And then here's our $5 million ad creative strategy for Q4.
Nice hook.
Thank you. So you're going to start off with using the headline and going straight into a product demo. This faceless type of content is the easiest way to scale up multiple different ads, testing multiple different formats of messaging. It's really important because a lot of the time your product looks different in different settings. As like easy as that is to understand, like say you have a mini hoop, it looks different in an office than it does in a home. It looks different in a home than it does in like a workstation in like a fucking barn, like you name it, right? And so there's different ways to see what piece of creative will resonate. And when you're creating that faceless content, here's a super easy script format to follow. So first you're going to have the hook. That's the most fun product to use in the office, something like that. Super easy, makes it kind of clear, understand, communicate what the product is, set the expectation for what the rest of the video is. Second, you're going to demo product feature number 1. Third, demo product feature number 2. And what I mean by that is match up the text with what's going on the screen. Yeah. Again, super simple. Third, you're going to inject some social proof and just reliability here. So we've talked at length on the podcast about like what social proof should look like in 2024. This is, something culturally relevant that appeals to your product. Maybe it's like a Reddit comment saying, I've been looking for this my whole life. And you just throw that on there and be like, we heard you, so that we delivered it. Last is handle some objections. Like, you know what people are going to have as pushback to your product. If you don't, go ask 5 friends, what do you honestly think about this? Would you buy it? They'll tell you. And last, you kind of close it out with CTA. So, we'll test around 25 to 30 creatives from October to November 10th for that brand. And then on November 10th, we'll be putting all of our budget into the winners. And scaling the winners goes from like November 10th to like December 15th.